So it looks like Jeannie Mai is not going to give up on her marriage to Jeezy. According to a new report in multiple sources, they're saying that she is going to fight her marriage and might lead us to believe why this divorce went from uncontested to contested. And not only that, Funky Dineva over at TGIF on Fox Soul says that he has the tea as to some of the things that led to Jeezy filing for divorce. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Who knew that we would have more information about this Jeezy and Jeannie Mai divorce? But before we get into what the new update is, we have to talk about what Funky Dineva said on TGIF on Fox Soul. So according to Funky Dineva, he says that he has close people that are in Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's circle. And according to him, the rumors that are going out there in regards to what went wrong in their relationship aren't true. And that they're not as salacious as people are making them out to be. As you know, the latest rumor was that did Jeannie cheat on him? Is Jeannie having some sort of affair with married Mario Lopez? Well, according to Funky Dineva, it actually is not as bad as people think. It's just these little things.
I got the bitch. I got the tea. Okay, so y'all know I had to call. I had to call up to Atlanta, baby, and find out what all the hell was going on. Because I know people who are in that circle. Y'all ready for the tea, bitch?
Yes.
With us, Lord.
And it's nothing salacious. It is nothing salacious at all. And honestly, Heavenly, you're going to describe them all as things that they could work through. Number one, distance. Not being in the same place often. So that was a factor from what I was told. The number two thing was she likes a social media relationship. He is a very private person. An example that was cited was that, you know, he would want to have a couple friends over. Next thing you know is she's got 50 people over and a party planner. You know, he didn't like all of that. And so it was just those types of things. The mama has been with them from the beginning of the marriage, and now the brother lives in the house. You see what I'm saying? So that's an issue too. Her brother. And then just other things like from what I was told, she likes to walk the daughter to school or whatever, and he's not for that, saying, you know, if somebody recognizes you and I'm oftentimes not home, people are going to know where we live, you know, so on and so forth. So they were all minor, minuscule things that I guess are just combined together.
Man, get out of here. I thought you were going to have some good tea.
So a couple of those things. So not wanting to walk their daughter to school for security reasons. Okay, you can get over that, right? You can compromise. Remember, we did mention to you that according to reports that her mom had moved in, but now the brother has moved in. Jeezy went from having a very private life, and now he has someone that is very active on social media, wants to have her relationship be very active on social media. And maybe in the beginning, that worked for Jeezy. Maybe in the beginning, he was like, okay, this is different. I'm usually very private, but I can see how this is elevating my career and my status and my transition from just doing music to doing other things like his new book. Well, now, according to page 6, Jeannie Mai wants to salvage this relationship. And this makes complete sense to us because we told you when we first reported that Jeezy had filed for divorce that it didn't make sense. She just posted this video of her and their daughter and this beautiful caption celebrating his book and talking about learning more about his life. And at the end of it, she literally says, I want to walk the rest of this life with you. So it really gave no one indication that a divorce was looming. And apparently this divorce has been looming since June because some of the documents are dated back then. But he just filed for divorce this month. So let me just report to you what is now being reported. They said, according to page 6, they said Jeannie Mai is, quote, devastated that her marriage is over and, quote, wants her family unit back. And this is according to an insider. They said the truth is Jeannie wants her marriage to work and wants her family to be one solid unit. She's devastated that Jeezy filed for divorce. So as you know, news broke last week that Jeezy, who's 45 years old, filed for divorce from Mai just 1 year after their daughter Monica's arrival. They said, according to court documents obtained by Page Six, the Mai president rapper stated that he and the TV hosts were separated and their marriage was irretrievably broken. The couple were married, as you know, for 2 years. So according to Page Six Insider, they said that despite the divorce filing, Jeannie deeply loves Jeezy and wants to work things out. She did not get married to get divorced. I mean, I think most people don't. This was not a part of the plan. This is not how she ever imagined things would go. So a source added that even though Jeezy has filed, Jeannie is holding out hope that he would be willing to sit down and work things out. She's hoping for a resolution and wants to remain as a family unit. So a source told Entertainment Tonight that the former co-host of The Real and the Lose My Mind rapper, they had different opinions when it came to their, quote, certain family values and expectations, which leads us to expand on what Funky Dineva said, is that that literally is what those are. Those are the expectations and the family values. Jeezy likes a more private life. She likes to be a little bit more social. He wants to invite a couple of friends over. She wants to invite a lot of people over and hire a party planner. I mean, that doesn't sound too crazy, but remember, this is Jeezy's first marriage. So it wouldn't shock me that he's just like, I'm not used to this. I don't want this, and I want to get out. But a lot of you that have been married for a very long time say, well, you don't get out for these little things. You can work through these things. You can have, you'll look back on this and be, oh my goodness, I just thought to myself, are we going to report to you next that they've called off the divorce? Which would be a good thing, right? But I just had that thought. I was like, wait, because these minor things for me I feel like you can work through them if these are the actual things. So they reported, according to the Insider reported, that they had different views and each felt like their needs weren't being completely met. You may recall that we reported to you that this divorce went from being uncontested to contested, according to our friends over at LLN TV who had seen the documents originally when they were filed. And we were speculating, like, why would this be contested? And I told you back then that there are multiple reasons that someone might contest a divorce. And some of those reasons would include an issue with spousal support, an issue with custody or child support. But based off this new update from Page Six, it looks as if she just does not agree with the divorce. She does not want to divorce her husband. She wants to figure this out. And based off what Funky Dineva is saying, it sounds as if these things could be worked out. But if Jeezy doesn't want to be in the marriage, you can't make him be in the marriage. You can't make him want to work these things out. And I also wouldn't be surprised, and I said this yesterday in the video that we did, I wouldn't be surprised that this media campaign to get around the narrative, because there was a narrative out there where Jeannie Mai has been slammed being a cheater. She said this back on The Real. She did this, she did that. And Jeezy has sort of skated by with not getting bad press in regards to this. Not to say that he should, but we don't know. We don't know either side. But it does seem as if they're trying to get around the narrative, and they will use media personalities. They will use media outlets and blogs to get that narrative out there. But I wouldn't be surprised if what Entertainment Tonight reported yesterday is true, that they just had different expectations and family values, that what we're hearing today, these little things, they do build up. They do build up and make people want freedom from this relationship. It's like, you know what? We have a beautiful daughter together. We can co-parent this daughter together, but I just don't think we see eye to eye. And I'm sure they've had conversations about this, but maybe they haven't. I'm sure you know this too. Sometimes people say these things that are bothering them inside and they don't share it with their partner, or they don't articulate it, or their partner doesn't really understand where they're coming from, which leads to where we're at now, a divorce. But if they can avoid a divorce and I wouldn't be surprised if you see them work through this and end up being together for the next 50 years. Maybe. Guys, as always, I love to hear your thoughts on this. And I'm glad that it's not anything salacious regarding why they have decided to part ways. But Jeannie wants to fight for her man, her black meat. Guys, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire. I'll ask you. Follow my lead. Just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.